it's Dolls, Toys, and Games Gal. In this video, I'm going to show you how I created a tower hair salon for my daughters Poppy O'Hare and other Ever After High dolls. It was really easy to make. I basically copied a lot from My Froggy Stuff, our favorite YouTube channel. When I think tower hair salon, I think about pink bricks. This is from one of my daughter's Lori doll packages, and I decided to use it as an accent wall. Also, since I didn't have enough pink brick, I got some scrapbook paper that reminded me of the inside of a tower, and I used that underneath the pink brick, and I'll also be using that on both sides of the wall. And I used Elmer's glue, I think, to attach it. I wanted a very natural floor, so this is a project paper that looks like flooring, and it doesn't go in the entire width of the shelf, so you have to put down 2 strips. To cover up that harsh line between the pink brick and the bottom part of the wallpaper, I added a strip of cardboard with pink glitter paper glued on. Also made this tower shape. Actually, I lied. I didn't make it. My husband's cousin was staying with us, and she made it, and I found it in the closet after she left. Bonus, it looked to me like a tower, so I figured I could make a sign with it. This is a window that she created using silver glitter paper, and so I added it to the tower. I thought it would be fun to give the suggestion of golden hair hanging out of the tower window, so I'm using this gold thread. I probably hot glued 6 or 7 pieces. Then I put a little strip of the pink glitter paper to cover it up and look like the window ledge, braided the golden strands, added a bow, and I'm going to add some fabric roses to make it look like there are roses in the braid. This is going to be the sign. It's a little chalkboard. I'm going to use some scissors from Blue Moon Beads, and with a chalkboard marker I made this little sign, Welcome to Tower Salon. Hot glued it to a strip of pink, and there's my sign decorating the inside wall of the tower hair salon. This is the part where I borrowed from My Froggy Stuff, took an empty applesauce box, cut it in half, drew on 2 circles using this former ketchup container as a guide, then made sure that the holes were large enough to insert that. That's going to be the foot basin. Purple nail polish, just painted the cup from black to purple. Glued on some scrapbook paper so that it's not obvious that the pedicure chair is an applesauce box. And after that's done, I'm going to glue in the foot basin using the ketchup cup. Here I've drawn a couple arches onto a piece of foam board, cut them out, and going to use some peel off felt to stick on the gray felt onto those pieces of foam board. Here you can see I have attached the felt to both sides of the foam board, but it does leave that little strip of white that needs to be covered up. To cover it up, I will be using this glittery pink ribbon and hot gluing that to the little white pieces so that they cannot be seen. Now I'll be hot gluing each of the felted pieces to the cardboard box so that I can create a place for the doll to sit. So there's the back of the chair and then the 2 sides of the chair. To measure where that horizontal square piece should go, I've put spectra on the chair and I've hot glued that horizontal piece so that when a doll sits there, they will fit fine. Next, for the faucet fixtures on the pedicure chair, head pins and some beads. Basically, the idea is that I'm stringing on the beads onto the head pin and then bending it to make something that looks like a place where the water might be able to come out and fill up that foot basin. And then I'm going to make a hot and a cold handle. So this will be my cold handle. Took 2 head pins, strung 3 beads on it, put 2 blue beads on, and 2 more blue beads on the other side, and use pliers to turn them. This is my hot water handle because it's red, get it? So then I hot glued those to the corner of the pedicure chair. Realizing there's no place for the doll to put their head, I cut out another piece of foam board, put more felt on, put more of the pink glittery ribbon on, and hot glued that to the top of the back of the chair. Okay, so now this was a former Melissa and Doug Create a Craft for my daughter, and I saved it because I thought someday it might come in handy, and this is that day. I'm going to turn it into a shelf. So cut out some cardboard and glued some pink paper around it, around those pieces for the shelves, and then hot glued those into the pink shelf. This is my Froggy Stuff's idea, taking beads and hot gluing black glass beads in them, makes them look like nail polishes, and then using the little advertising inserts from magazines, you can cut those out and make those look like there are magazines on the bottom of that shelf as well. Okay, so this is a pink, bright pink Barbie couch that I wanted to have look a little bit more natural. So I'm hot gluing this white faux fur onto it, and I've started with the sides, and now I can just take a piece and hot glue the rest of it so that it looks like a nice fluffy couch instead of a bright pink Barbie couch. For the coffee table in the reception area, I chose to use a birch coaster, and again, going with the natural look, I didn't paint it. And then these mini peg people, I took a couple of 4 of them actually, and I just hot glued them to the bottom of the birch coaster. And that's my reception table. See? How nice is that? I wanted to put a magazine on the reception table, so I cut out some pictures from a hairstyle guide, and I made this. See? It even opens up, and the dolls can look at it to select their hairstyle when they come in. This is a cloud-shaped shadow box that I got on clearance from Target. I think it was marked down to $1, and I'm going to use it as a shelf. After hot gluing it to the wall, I can now put my doll hair salon accessories on it. Get it? The tower salon is so high it's up in the clouds. Okay, then I wanted to make some hair posters, and I picked pictures that I thought looked like Apple and Raven and other Ever After High characters, and I put them on purple poster board, and then I just glued them onto the walls so that it looks like a hair salon might, with pictures of great looking people with great looking hair on it. Okay, now I just need a little window, and so what I did was I took a Mayberry Street window, and then this backing from a Barbie doll package, and I basically just cut out a square and hot glued the picture to the back of the window frame. Didn't paint the frame because I wanted the natural look, and now it's ready to go up on the wall, and using hot glue, I've attached it. For the curtains, I decided to reuse this fabric I used for Holly O'Hare's curtains in her bedroom that she shares with Poppy. These very thin and short wooden dowel rods, and then these hot pink clothespins that I also used in Holly and Poppy's dorm room, and hot glued the fabric around the little dowel rods and attached the mini clothespins to it so it looks like they are holding them in place. And then using 2 more of these scissor charms, I'm going to make curtain stays out of them. So kind of hot glued them to the wall at an angle and bent the scissors a little, and now I can just take the curtain and tuck it around the scissors so that the curtains will stay in place. Again, doing the same thing on the other side, gluing them at an angle. Now I can use those scissors as curtain stays to hold those curtains apart. I almost forgot that the pedicurist needs a pedicure chair to sit on. A pedicurist chair. So taking this little wooden wheel, I hot glued some more of that faux fur around it so it looks like a little tuft, and then found 4 more pegs, and we'll be hot gluing those to the bottom of the little wheel. And now this is the perfect height for someone who is a nail technician to sit there and give a doll a pedicure. And then taking some more felt and cutting that in half, that looks like little towels that they can use. This piece here on the left is just a Rapunzel playset from a Regal Academy playset. Just one more piece for the chair, making a little pink bow, putting a purple fabric rose, and then hot gluing that to the top of the chair gives it a nice little touch. And now we're done. Let me know what you think of the tower hair salon. I hope you guys like it. I know my daughter likes it and she's been playing with it like crazy. All right, thanks. Looking forward to your comments. Shout outs to Arts, Crafts, and everafter.madness. Thanks for giving me the idea to create a tower hair salon. See you next time.